Greetings and welcome to March. There are a lot of lesser-known historical events that happened last month, so we're going to tell you about them. And no, we are not talking about St. Patrick's Day. Let's get started. So, in case you didn't notice Hitler in the background, today we're going to talk about one of the many assassination attempts on Hitler. There were actually a lot of assassination attempts, go figure, about 27 of them, and we looked it up on Wikipedia, so now I'm going to have to include a disclaimer saying that you shouldn't use Wikipedia as a source, which we did not. So kids, never use Wikipedia as a source on your papers. Anyway, out of the 27 assassination attempts on Adolf Hitler, there were 4 of them that happened in March. We're going to actually talk about 3 because it's more convenient that way. All 3 of the ones we're talking about were organized by this man named Henning von Treschow. And he was this anti-Nazi guy, as probably you would know. He believed that a spark, aka Hitler's death, would cause a large coup d'etat within the German government to end the Second World War. Anyway, so he had 3 assassination attempts once again. The first one we're going to talk about occurred in March 13th, 1943. Hitler decided to ride his airplane to Smolensk in the Soviet Union. And so what he did was he got on the plane and Treschow and some of his buddies decided to plant a bomb in there. The bomb was designed off of this British model, and so it went up into the air and the bomb never detonated. The reason the bomb never detonated probably was in higher altitudes it gets colder. So what happened was the bomb probably didn't detonate because of that, because of its model. The second attempt was interesting because it was actually more of a suicide attempt. It wasn't Treschow himself who decided to go in for the kill. It was actually one of his associates, Christian von Gersdorff. This guy was once again another recruited by Treschow, and he decided that at one point Hitler was going to make a visit to the Arms Museum in Berlin, and so he strapped a bomb to himself and he said he would embrace Hitler and the bomb would go off, killing both Hitler and, of course, himself. This actually turned out to be a failure because he had timed it perfectly in accordance to Hitler's original visit plan. But at the last minute, Hitler shortened his visit to 3 minutes instead of 10 minutes. Luckily, Gersdorff was able to escape unscathed, defuse the bomb. The third attempt in March was organized by this man, Eberhard von Breitenberg, and he planned to enter Hitler's office where he was talking with his advisors, and he just decided to shoot him at point-blank range, knowing that one of the SS members would probably come and shoot him back. So once again, it was a suicide attempt. The thing is, the day that he had planned to assassinate Hitler, Hitler passed an ordinance saying that officers of his rank could not enter his office. So, in the end, that didn't work out either. This all culminates in probably the most known attempt, which did not happen in March, which was Operation Valkyrie. Treschow, in the end, blew his head off with a grenade. Anyway, now, if we go across the Atlantic, we're not going across the Atlantic Ocean, we're going across the Channel to England, the English Channel. Another interesting occurrence happened in March, and this was March 4th, 1681. This is when King Charles II gave what is now Pennsylvania to one William Penn. William Penn was a Quaker, which means that it was a widely persecuted religion in England, and after some attempts to make people feel better about the Quakers, he decided that the best bet would be to go to North America and to make a settlement there. Probably the reason he got this land was because King Charles II was a big fan of William Penn's dad. William Penn's dad was an admiral, and he was not a Quaker. He was, in fact, an Episcopalian. Now, of course, Charles kind of owed one to Penn's dad, so he decided, I'll just pay it off to his son. Penn's dad was dead by then. Also, his name was also William Penn. I just wanted to put that in there. So William Penn went to Pennsylvania, and he named it Sylvania, which is Latin for forest. Of course, Charles II glued Penn onto it because he wanted to name it after his dad, because Charles II really, really liked William Penn's dad. Penn, once again, was a Quaker, so he believed in equal rights for all, and this, because of this, he put in place equal rights in front of the law, free elections, regional representatives, and so Penn was probably thinking, oh, this settlement will attract lots and lots of happy people to live in, and I'll make lots and lots of money. Well, a lot of people did come to Pennsylvania, and it was a really nice place, but Penn really didn't get a lot of money. The problem was, he thought that people would be paying him, I don't know. But in the end, William Penn actually was arrested for debt in England, and he died a penniless man. So on that sad note, I'm sorry to say, it's time to end. We hope to see you next month, and this is This Month in History, and from my one-man tech crew, we're signing off. Goodbye.